And Thomas is playing, oh, this is cool. He's playing what I'm talking about, 25 Swamps.
Oh,
Phyrexian Obliterator, Gravecrawler. He's playing mono black, and he's doing pretty well because he's 7-1.
Yeah.
You know, so Thomas is playing, we could call it zombies, although Obliterator, he's not a zombie.
Yeah, all right. And on the other side, Paul is playing blue-white splash black Delver, and it's playing Lingering Souls, but it's not the same version that has been playing a lot. It's actually running Geist-Assaying Trap and what's the card? Thought Scour to mill your Lingering Souls and to make your Runechatcher Spikes more effective.
Yeah, that's actually one of the decks that we were going to play at the Pro Tour, but we decided against it. And he actually typed his deck list out.
Yeah, this is what Shuhei ended up switching. He didn't want to play red-green ramp, so he was trying to talk me into playing this deck. I should have, because he top 16 and I did not.
Well, honestly, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. I think this matchup is going to be a blowout, and Thomas is going to crush with his mono black.
Well, I'm going to say that that's not true because Delver is just a better deck.
Okay, cool. So
yeah.
we'll see what happens. I'm excited to watch this match. We get to see zombies.
Yeah.
You know, maybe this deck's good. Maybe some people end up playing it at the Grand Prix.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind playing it at the Grand Prix. The only thing I would change is I see he has 4 Distress in his sideboard. I'm a real big fan of Distress. I'm a real big fan
you
of
like
this
it,
card.
man?
Yeah, and the other thing is that I'm a real big fan of Liliana. If I'm playing mono black, I want to be playing this card because that's where, you know, black decks really shine.
Is Liliana like really good right now because of like Lingering Souls? All right, turn 1, is that a Gravecaller?
No, it's a Vault Scourge.
Oh, Vault Scourge.
Yeah, he's
wow.
coming out quick. And I prefer McDonald's French fries. Somebody tweeted in. So. Like, not close.
Austin, oh, by the way, I'm Brad Nelson. I'm here with Gerard Fabiano.
This is round what?
Round 9. We have one more round left before top 8, and we're at SCG Charlotte.
Yep. Not Richmond, like you said last time.
Yeah, I get it confused. I like Richmond. It's a great city.
And you're moving there.
I'm moving close to Richmond.
Yeah, all right. So the Delver player leads off with a Probe.
Cemetery Reaper?
Cemetery Reaper is good. You know, it's if you want to try to unbarrel right your guy, you got to make sure there's no Cemetery Reaper in play.
That's crazy.
So
and by the way, Austin Bench, you can message me on Facebook. Yep. My name is Brad Nelson.
All right. So 18 to 18, and there's a turn 1 Delver. Oh, nice messenger off the top for Thomas. He'll beat in for 1. Vault Scourge is like a really grindy card, you know, especially in some matchups.
I don't even know what you mean. What do you mean grindy?
You know, it's like lifelink. I'll attack for 1, I'll gain 1.
I think it's a very low impact card. I don't know how grindy it is.
I think it's too low impact to be played.
I think it's very low impact. What creature is that? Is that the 2/1 Highborn Ghoul?
Yeah, he's 2/1 with Intimidate.
Flips Mana Leak like a pro.
All right. So that Delver now becomes a 3/2 flyer. And if they're going to start racing, you know, Thomas is going to win this race.
Well, yeah, I mean...
All right, so
it's 3 damage each, but with life gain. But if Thomas is just going to start dropping 3 drops, and Paul's going to start Mana Leaking them.
Yeah, so I mean,
it's
right now...
It's kind of crazy that he doesn't have white yet to play his Lingering Souls.
Yep. All right, so he's going to bash him for 3. I like Thomas's spot right here.
I like Paul's.
Really? All right. Yeah. I think Thomas is going to go like threat after threat, and Paul's going to have to have an answer. And I think Thomas's threats are just, you know, more powerful. So I think he should right here. He should just play the Reaper. You know, there's some argument that he should have played the Reaper before combat, but no matter what, it's going to be Mana Leak. But I think he would rather save the Messenger. Yeah, I like this play, playing the Reaper.
Well, I don't like. Yeah, it should have been played. The Anthem effect.
Of course, yeah. But I feel like it might just have gotten Mana Leak regardless. But maybe Paul will go with a Vapor Snag.
Pulse.
I think they're pausing the match. All right, so the match is unpaused if it was paused. And there's a Mana Leak. And Tom passes the turn.
Oh, somebody's cell phone was...
No problem. All right. So Paul plays his 3rd land in the form of an island. So no white mana yet. So he attacks. So life total is now 14 to 14. You know, I wouldn't be too opposed to holding that Delver back. But maybe Paul has a plan. All right. The Pike definitely goes with the beatdown plan.
Yeah, he's going to just try to go super aggressive.
Ooh, there's a Lash Wire.
Lash Wraith seems like a great play. I mean, it gets destroyed by tempo, but it also like half-life. So
yeah. So his hand is Messenger, Lash Wraith. If I was Tom, I would just swing him with both, and then I would drop a Messenger. I would hold the Lash Wraith because you have to put Paul on having a Vapor Snag.
Yeah.
And it's just too risky to. Yeah. All right. Perfect play by Tom right there. Play the Messenger and beat in for 3. You have to beat in for birth here. There's pretty much no need to keep that Ball Scourge back. Yeah, I don't like that.
He doesn't want. He wants to start chumpling.
Yeah, I don't really like chumping here.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah, I mean you're damage racing and you have to go with the flow here, and I feel like you have to swing in. All right, so Paul will drop the 10. Paul drops the 10. I think Paul's thinking about this Vapor Snag on end step. And if he is going to Vapor Snag, what is he going to snag?
The Messenger? Or maybe, I guess you could do the Vault Scourge and try to race, but I think Messenger. I don't even know. It's so rough.
Yeah. We don't know the context of Paul's exact hand, so if we did, we could probably make... Oh, he does nothing, actually. All right, a little bit of surprise there, but maybe not. All right. So what do you think his line of play is here?
I mean, he's going to equip. I mean, he can hold it back for defense, but he's just going to start attacking. Try to get the chump here and figure out things later. Like,
yeah, Vault Scourge is he going to get in the way, you think?
Yeah, it's getting in the way. It's not even that much damage.
Yeah, it's really not. What's he saving? 5 points? Like, he only saved 4 points of damage, essentially, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not much.
Yeah, because he could have attacked and gained the life.
Yeah.
So, all right. Tom draws a swamp. So right now,
does he go for it now?
No, he doesn't go for it. I think Tom should go attack, and see if Paul does anything. I think Paul might have to snag this.
Are you sure it's better to play the Messenger and not just play the Lash Wraith and not equip it? Just play the 4/4?
No, I think the Messenger is better there. All right, so Paul goes on to 8. Now I think Tom should play the Messenger.
Again?
Yeah. Like what he wants to do, he wants to play the Messenger, bring him down to 6, and then hope he taps out and go for the kill on the Intimidate guy.
Sure, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what he's like trying to set up.
Yeah, because Paul might just drop Lingering
and
Souls.
the other thing is that Paul knows that Tom has the Messenger, but he doesn't know about the Lash Wraith. I think Paul should be at 6. No?
Yeah. Now he just went to 6.
All right, awesome. I like how I said it and like just changed. It's like pretty good feeling.
All right. Well, Thomas is if Paul just doesn't go to 1 life, he wins this game.
Yeah. It's gonna be.
No, Paul does.
If he doesn't go to 1.
Yeah. If he just plays correctly and bounces something, because he has a Snapcaster Mage.
Okay.
So he can just return the Vapor Snag, bounce or flash back the Vapor Snag.
Yeah.
Bounce the Messenger. The Messenger puts him to 2, unless he drew a land, and I don't think he did. So right here, he either takes it or he bounces. Yeah, he's just gonna bounce it.
Well, if Tom did draw the land, then he could go Messenger. Of course, Paul doesn't know this.
Yeah, he doesn't know he has an extra Messenger, but he's still just. He's played around. This way, he plays around a kill spell too.
Okay.
He plays around Geth's Verdict, kill spell, like just pretty much anything.
So, what's Paul's line of play here?
Paul is just gonna Vapor Snag the 3/2, or maybe he could Vapor Snag the 2/1 as well.
Yeah.
Just Vapor Snag a creature.
So you're saying he's just gonna Vapor Snag the 2/1 and then just take it because he wants to play around a kill spell?
Well, you could take it or you could block.
I mean, the only kill spell he's playing around is like Geth's Verdict.
I mean, Geth's Verdict would have been cast already. I mean, more like a Liliana or something just to kill off the Gerard's Verdict. Like,
yeah.
There's not many.
Verdict?
Giraffe's Verdict.
Giraffe's Messenger.
Giraffe's Messenger. Okay.
Yeah.
Giraffe's
Okay.
Messenger.
Yeah.
The 3/2.
Sure.
I mean, there's not many different lines. Like, if there's a removal spell, it's going to kill the 3/2 anyway.
All right. So, yep. And Thomas scoops it up. Do you think the game would have been different if Tom attacked with that Wall Scourge at 1 turn?
Could very well have been, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know. All right, how are these guys sideboarding?
All right.
So Tom is going to bring in probably both spell bombs. He's going to bring in the Gale. And do you think he's going to bring in the Stress?
I don't think so, no.
Ratchet Bomb?
It seems a little slow. You might be able to bring that in. It depends if you think that... You didn't see a bunch of cards that would say he's not on the Lingering Souls thing, so like Lingering Souls plus the Lord. So I think Ratchet Bomb's a fine bring-in.
Okay, all right, I can get behind that.
Yeah, Paul definitely is going to be boarding in his Celestial Purge and his 2 Feast and Famines. Maybe his Dismember.
Yeah.
And cards that can easily come out in this matchup, I'm assuming, are Gut Shot and War and Peace.
All right, cool. So, what do you think? You think Paul's going to be the favorite since he's up a game?
Yeah, and he's playing Delver, which I think is sweet.
Yeah, Delver's one of the. I mean, I don't want to say it's the best deck in the format, but it very might as well be. Mm-hmm. It has all the tools you want. It has, cheap disruption. It has, early pressure, which is really, really important. All right, so we're getting a lot of tweets in. That's good. Make sure you guys stick with us for the top 8.
Drew Levin asking if there's 2 HG. I don't even know what that means.
2-headed giant. I'm not sure.
I mean, we're getting a question about if we think Titans will be reprinted in M13. I hope to God not.
I don't think they will be.
No, we've had too many years of them.
Yeah, and it kind of always defined Type 2,
Yeah, I'm sick of Titans. I want them to be gone.
Yeah, so maybe they could, I don't know what they could make, but...
Not Titans?
Not Titans, anything but Titans. Maybe some cheaper, powerful cards.
Yeah, even better cards that are cheap.
Yeah, so...
Stop opening Innistrad packs.
Well, Oren decided to pick these packs for me. So our goal is to try to get Liliana, so I can play her next weekend. It's blue. Snapcaster or bust here.
That's better.
Yeah, so these guys are shuffling up for game 2. Oh, it does have a power and toughness. It's Laboratory Mania. Oh, yeah. Even worse. All right, so these guys are shuffling up for game 2. Personally, I think Tom is still going to win this match. That's just my opinion.
I'm going to go with Paul.
All right, that's definitely fair.
You guys should tweet in and tell us who do you think is going to win the match.
Yeah, I mean, we probably should have them tweet in before game 1 started.
Nah.
No, it's like game 2.
No, just more people, going along with my opinion.
All right, what turn is Tom going to win on?
Well, Tom's not going to win on a turn, so...
All right, I'm going to say Tom's going to win on turn 7.
I'm going to say Paul's going to win on turn 8.
Okay, cool. If one of us wins, that would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah. All right, so shuffling, some more shuffling. Now, do you have any background about these players?
No, I don't know either of them.
Can you make up some background?
I can.
All right.
Thomas was actually in GarageBand for a couple of years.
Okay.
Through high school, he went to school and liked it, but he was just doing the garage thing.
Sure.
And his band really never got off the ground.
Sure.
So in the last year, his dad told him, he either has to get a job or he has to go to college and figure out something in his life. And he chose Magic Pro, and this is his breakout tournament.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. On the other hand, Paul is actually a art teacher.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he teaches 11th grade high school art. And for fun, he likes to play Magic, and he's a poet.
He's a poet?
Yep. So, and the reason why he's playing Blue, White, Black Delver is because he had a big show to do in front of the high school.
Yeah.
Picked up this deck, saw it on the Pro Tour, saw it on the Star City Open coverage. So he said, hey, I'll give it a try, and look at him. 7-1 right here.
It's great. Does he do altars in between his rounds?
No, he doesn't.
Really?
But he's friends with all the people who are altering over here.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah. All right, so he's drawing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See that look he gave? He's like...
It was the art. He must have picked the wrong swamp.
Yeah, he's like, am I really playing this swamp?
Yeah.
What am I doing with this Mirage basic land?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Is that a whiteboard or Mana League?
So I think he's debating if he wants to keep or not. He's really contemplating this. He's really like, all right, do I want to keep this? Do I not want to keep this? And he decides to ship it.
Wow.
Yeah, so he's off a game, but he's going at 6. And
it definitely is best for Thomas and his dreams.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. So Tom's saying, hey, Dad, look at me now on SCG Live, So that's awesome. Just wishing the best for both these guys. Hopefully they. I mean, they both probably can't make top 8 unless they somehow draw.
Yeah.
But I mean,
They could get the idea and then both win next round.
Yeah, I mean the winner here is pretty much just going to draw in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Have you ever done that? I've always thought like you run against a friend. You have 2 rounds left. No one at like anything better than 1-1 is gonna make it.
Yeah.
Have you ever drawn?
Yeah.
When both people try to win,
Yeah.
or get one of your friends. You can guarantee one of you in. Like, because it feels like going into it with a prize split and someone winning that round is just higher EV than both trying to get both players in. I don't even know.
I've done that multiple times. Actually, Brad Swan was the one who originated it. Like this, because a long time ago, no one actually thought of it.
Yeah.
Even though how basic it was, but Brad Swan was one of the main people who thought of it. And I would always do it. A couple of times, you get screwed and you both win and you get 9th and 10th because something crazy happens.
Oh.
But, I definitely don't mind drawing. All right. So
there's one diagraph goal.
Yep. So Thomas is coming out quick. Thomas is definitely coming out quick. And what is Paul up to? What do you think Paul's up to? Brad is unaware of what Paul's up to.
He's going to be pondering.
Yeah, he thought a while.
Yeah, pondering his decisions. And I do like that Paul, has class and he does play with the correct ponder.
Is it the old school ponder?
Yeah.
What set is that out of?
Lorwyn
originated in
Lorwyn.
Yeah. Ponder originated in Lorwyn. All right.
So he just top decked the Gale. And he's gonna
swing it for 2.
Ranch Paul for 2 damages. And does he have a follow-up? Yeah, there's a ghoul, it looks like.
Yeah, alright, so a second ghoul. I feel like Slagstorm or Whip Flare is really good versus Tom's deck.
No, it isn't.
No?
Not if you start off with the 2-1 camp block. Because then you just get to put so much pressure on your opponent.
And Whip Flare
I played against a blue-black deck that was running just the 8 1-drops.
Yeah.
But he would always start with the camp block.
Okay.
So anytime I'd want to Wrath away 4 damage, he just plays one guy and gets another one back. So
sure.
Wrath effects aren't actually that good against a zombie deck.
Okay.
Ooh, Anthemed up. Paul really needs to have the mana leak.
Alright, so there's a mana leak on the cemetery. And
this is going to drop Paul to 14.
Yeah, so Paul goes on to 14. Do you know what's in Tom's hand or no?
No. He has a Gale.
Okay. So we know he has a Gale in his hand. Seagull Coast. So there's a Thought Scour. Tom reads a Thought Scour. Maybe he's unfamiliar with all the new cards. Island and Sword and Feast of Famine hit the bid.
Yeah, this is just not a good position to be in. Behind your opponent, just curbing out 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop.
Yeah. So now, my prediction was turn 7.
So we're on turn 4.
Well, it will be Tom's turn 4
yeah.
when he untaps. Yeah, keep note of this.
Probe. I am.
Alright, so there's a probe. So he shows Tragic Slip, Gale, and another Ghoul.
Wow.
So pretty good hand, especially against the blue-white black Delver deck. So Paul drops to 12. He decides to pay the 2 life there.
Yep.
For Phyrexia mana. Alright, ships the turn.
That's not good. Missing a land drop. Already getting beat down. Another Ghoul.
No, I think you drew a Tragic Slip.
Oh, was it a Tragic Slip?
Yeah. Alright, so Vapor Snag. So Paul drops to 10. And then Tom will just play out 2 more guys.
Well, I feel like I'm drawing dead. I just don't want him to win on turn 7.
Well, alright. So there's 1 Ghoul. There's another Ghoul. So it's an all Ghoul deck. Let's see if... I feel like I kind of need Paul to draw land there, so it might actually should go to turn 7. All right, and he does.
Uh-oh.
My prediction might be right here.
I think you might get it.
Now, Paul has a Lingering Souls in his hand, but he really can't cast it. because the tokens are just going to get galed away. Do you think he's going to go for the souls anyway?
I don't know. I don't know what do you really do in this position? How do you get back into this game?
Well, if he plays souls, then Tom will gale them away.
Yeah.
Paul will go to 4. Say if he draws a land, he could flashback the souls, then play a Snapcaster, flashing back nothing. That doesn't seem
The
that
painful
good.
probe.
Yeah, and I mean, he definitely can't probe again.
No.
Maybe he could just play Snapcaster and Vapor Snag the 2-1 and then block a ghoul.
guy. Yeah, I mean, it's just very difficult to actually get a winning position when you're this low against an Intimidate creature.
Yeah.
I really don't know how Paul's going to get back into this game.
And he knows that Tom has a Tragic Slip for his Snapcaster anyway.
Or even his Lingering Soul, because he can't double block with Lingering Soul.
I mean, if he plays Lingering Soul, Tom is just going to gale for 1. All right, so I think he's going to go with the Snapcaster play. So he attacks with his squad. There's a Snapcaster. Most likely he's targeting the Vapor Snag. All right, Tragic Slip.
All right, Vapor Snag bounces. Paul's going to go to 6 lives, and this is turn 5.
All right, and he replays the ghoul. So Paul's down to 6. He drew an island, so he's getting out of his somewhat of a mana screw.
Just concede. Just concede. Just concede.
So Paul is, I don't know what a good play here could be. I think I see a Mana Leak in Paul's hand.
Yeah, it's not going to do much.
Yeah, I usually board out my Mana Leak against like really aggressive decks.
Yeah, I think Mana Leak's a very poor card in this matchup.
I think Mana Leak's kind of a poor card in the format.
That is completely not true.
So I mean, if you saw Finkel's deck and Younger's deck, they only ran 2.
Yeah, because they were more of a tap out, but it was still a very high impact card.
Yeah, I mean it's good versus the right green deck.
Or control decks.
But for the most part, it's after board you just rather have Flash Freeze or Negate. Versus control you want Negate versus the right green decks. All right.
So we are pondering to try to find some way out of this.
Yep. There's a ponder. I don't know what he's really looking for here. Like those cards aren't
there's
gonna
an
help.
Oblivion Ring. I mean that's actually an answer to the ghoul if he can survive any other way.
Yeah,
I don't think he can.
He's just dead if he doesn't go look for a Vapor Snag because Tom could just attack and then play a Messenger for the win.
He doesn't know that, but yeah.
Sure, I mean, but he has to. I mean, he saw a hand of Ghoul, Tragic Slip, and Gale. Is he gonna keep? All right, he decides to keep. And there's another Lingering Souls. I think it's Lingering Souls Oblivion Ring that he kept with the Ponder. So
this is turn 6.
Turn 6. I was 1 turn off.
You were.
All right, and there's a Messenger for the win. All right, so Tom wins on turn 6, and they're gonna go to game 3.
Yeah.
Pretty exciting. We see mono black, definitely a deck that we haven't seen very often. All right, so Paul.
Gerard, do you have a good story for me?
I do, Brad, and this is one of the best stories around. But I'm going to hold it off for a little while. Is that fine? Yeah, fine. All right, so Tom is playing mono black. Paul is on blue white black Delver. I'm Gerard Fabiano here with Brad Nelson, and Paul won game 1. Tom crushed game 2. So now Paul's going to be on the game on the play for game 3. So I'm not too sure if it's going to matter too much. I mean, Paul definitely wants to be on the play, but Tom's deck's so quick that sometimes the extra card that Tom will be drawing on the draw is actually not as bad as him actually being on the draw. So again, if you guys want to tweet in, if you guys have any questions or any comments, on this match. That would be pretty good. And I don't think any of these guys are going to change anything sideboarding wise. Once again, I think Tom brought in 2 of the black spell bombs, and he brought in 3 of his Gales. And I think he's going to bring in the Ratchet Bombs. The Ratchet Bombs take out the Lingering Souls, takes out a Flip Delver for free, and just in case Paul has any problematic equipment, Oblivion Ring, Tom could be ready with Ratchet Bomb. So I'm excited to see how this Game 3 plays out. These guys are still shuffling up. Remember, Tom used to be in a band, and Paul is the art teacher. That's our read on him. So we didn't have much information, so we just had to go with that. Yeah, somebody tweeted in that Titans ruined the format, and only 4 of 5 of them were consistently played. That's true. Frost Titan definitely saw some play, then it kind of died out. But I mean, Grave Titan, Sun Titan, Inferno Titan, and of course Primeval Titan has always been around. So Paul leads off with a Seachrome Coast, and he's thinking about, do I want to keep these cards with my Ponder? Do I want to shuffle them away? And we'll probably find out shortly. Paul wants to, Ponder's a great card because it will allow Paul always to hit his land drops or always to, kind of hit his curve. So if it's something that he doesn't really like there, he wants to shuffle them away and get some new cards. But instead he decides to keep. And he will be passing the turn. All right, so he passes the turn. So Tom draws a Messenger off the top. There's a Swamp.
Not a terrible draw.
Yeah, Swamp and a Ghoul. So anytime you can play a 1 mana 2 power guy,
yeah,
that's always pretty good. So what do you think Paul's play here is? What does he want to do?
I have not seen his hand yet, so.
Well, he has a Ponder, and turn 1 he pondered and kept. Oh, so he leads off with a Probe.
Seems like the best start.
Yeah, I like that. I like that for sure. So someone's saying they're really rooting for zombies. Delver can stick it. So so there's a spell bomb that we were talking about.
A Messenger and something else, and
Guess Verdict, Tragic Slip, Spell Bomb, Swamp.
I think, and 2 messengers.
No, it's 1 messenger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yeah, off screen. Yeah, it looks like 2 messengers.
Wait, no. Yeah.
I think it's 2 messengers, Tragic Slip, Guess Verdict, Spell Bomb, Swamp. This is a pretty good hand.
Mm-hmm.
As long as
it was great that he top decked the Ghoul.
Yeah, it was either a second messenger or it might have been a second Ghoul.
No, I'm pretty sure I just saw him draw the Ghoul.
No, he drew the messenger that turn.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So yeah, Tom off to a good start.
Now I just wish we could, blindfold Thomas for 1 second and have Paul, we resolve a probe against him so we know what he's playing with.
All right, so there's a Moorland Haunt, and
he has a Delver, but
and he passed the turn.
He's not going to play it. It doesn't make much sense. Like, how are you going to get any advantage?
And maybe he's sitting on a Mana Leak?
Yeah, but your opponent doesn't have anything proactive to do for the turn, and you might as well just start trying to get the removal out of his hand and not get tempoed out.
All right, we'll see how this plays out.
All right, and he top decked another 1-drop, or is this about
No, it's a Ghoul.
He did.
No, I think he actually had the Ghoul in his hand. I think that was his last card.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So is the Ghoul going to resolve? Yeah, I'm almost certain Paul has a Mana Leak in his hand. And unless this is he's going for the Academy Award.
I did see the Mana Leak.
Yeah, all right, so he Mana Leak's a Ghoul. That's not another Ghoul, is it? Oh, okay, it's a Gravecrawler.
Jeez.
All right, so,
it's very good off the top.
Yeah. So Paul's down to 16. He took 2 from the Ghoul and 2 from the Probe. So this is a matchup where, paying for Exia mana could really hurt you.
And not hitting correct line drops.
Somebody actually tweeted in that this guy used to be in a band and now he's actually an art teacher. So we combined Thomas and Paul's story and it's this guy's story. So
nice.
It's pretty cool. Shout out to that guy. All right, so there's a Dark Slick Shore from Paul. I see a Snapcaster. Is Paul light on lands? It kind of looks like he's a bit light on lands.
Yeah, he had to ponder to find his third line drop.
Yeah.
The only thing about the Rock Band school teacher that I need to know about is, has he ever tried to become a professional Magic player? That seals the deal.
Yeah. I mean, he's watching SCG live, so that's a good direction. You know, if you want to pick up on the Type 2 decks and see what's being played and stuff. A decent direction, at least. All right, so Thomas does have his third swamp.
This is just a beating.
Yeah, and I think, he doesn't go with Messenger? Why no Messenger?
Weird.
Yeah, I mean, force your opponent to have a second mana leak.
Yeah.
Maybe he wants to just, like, spellbomb. I mean, spellbombing now doesn't really do anything. There's a probe, a ponder, a mana leak.
Like, if he does it, it makes his Snapcasters terrible.
Sure.
But I know what you mean.
Yeah, all right, so Paul goes on to 12, and at the end of the turn, decides to Vapor Snag the Ghoul. So he's willing to suck up the 2 damage, and then he wants to send him back an additional turn. All right, so there's an island. So Paul has Seacrum Coast, Moorland Haunt, Island, Dark Slick Shore. Thomas has 3 swamps, a Gravecrawler, and a Spellbomb. Now, looking at this board of Tom, he has like Spellbomb and a Gravecrawler and 3 swamps. He's just like comical versus other decks, but against Delver, it's actually...
It's very good.
Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, wow. So Tom drew his 4th swamp, which is pretty important. So he could,
So he can double creature?
He could either double creature or he could Spellbomb, draw a card, Messenger.
Yeah. Well, if he's been playing around Mana Leak last turn, I think he'll continue to play around it.
All right, so... Two power come in with the Gravecrawler, then he drops a Ghoul to put some more pressure on the board.
And with so much removal back, I just don't know how Paul gets out of this without... I mean, even Midnight Hunting doesn't really work that well against Nihil Spellbomb, unless he can get 5 lands and just cast and flashback.
Sure, and the Gravecrawler being able to come back turn after turn is pretty annoying too.
Yeah, you have to be able to race that card, and he's not in any position to start attacking as well.
Yeah. So maybe Mono Black is making a splash.
Well, it's definitely if it wins this, it might make a top 8.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely pulling for Mono Black as well.
I'm not. I love the evil villain of every format.
What's up?
I like the evil deck of every format.
Yeah, you like the best deck?
Todd walking by playing the best deck, X and 1.
All right, so Paul draws Thought Scour. He might actually like lead off with a Thought Scour here, just to see what he finds.
I mean, it seems fine, but like, I don't know. It's just like he's in such a bad position. I almost feel like,
So
playing Delver and playing Oblivion Ring, just starting to deal with the board presence.
Yeah, Oblivion Ringing the Gravecrawler would be fine.
A good start.
Maybe like he thinks he could like Oblivion Ring the Ghoul and then hope Tom doesn't have another zombie.
Yeah.
To bring back the Gravecrawler and trade with the Delver.
No, he knows that he has the
Messenger.
Creature. Yeah, he knows that there's Messenger.
I mean, after that, maybe nothing. It's just bad shape.
Yeah, he's just in a horrible position.
Yeah. And he also knows that he has a Tragic Slip too. So the cards that he knows Tom still has is Messenger or Tragic Slip. So he plays a Slip now. So he's gonna let the Delver die. Oh, there's a Distress. Maybe Tom should just like. What happens if he? Nah. He's gonna lead off with a Distress. All right, that's fine.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Now, if Paul wants his Snapcaster in play, he's gonna have to respawn.
Yeah. Well, he has 2 Snapcasters now.
All right, so he can let it resolve.
Yeah.
All right, sure. So this is round 9 of the SCG Open in Charlotte, North Carolina, and there's a Snapcaster. No, he only has 1 Snapcaster.
Oh, I swear he had 2.
Yeah, Snapcaster, Thought Scour, Lingering, Oblivion Ring.
And a Sword of Feast of Famine.
Yeah, Sword of Feast of Famine. Is that Oblivion Ring or a Lingering Souls? All right, so it's O-Ring. So right now, I would Distress away
Snapcaster.
Is it even problematic in Snapcaster?
I mean, none of the cards in his hand are problematic.
Yeah. Yeah, probably Snapcaster. Snapcaster's like a fine card to take here. And then Tom could spell bomb his graveyard. Well, he doesn't even need to because he has Gets Verdict. Yeah, okay. So I would distress a Snapcaster, attack with both my guys. Paul will make a Spirit.
Yeah.
Tom Gets Verdicts him down to 5, along with the attack. And then next turn he's pretty much facing lethal with the Messenger in his hand. Yeah. But instead
he takes O-Ring.
Go for O-Ring.
And now if he attacks and he Snapcasters, he just pops the bomb. And I think he Guess Verdicts, pops the bomb, and doesn't draw off of it, but completely blows out Paul.
Yeah, not drawing isn't too bad for Tom. Tom still has a Messenger in his hand, and he'll knock Paul down to 5 with the Guess Verdict. All right, so Snapcaster.
Oh, he's not even going to sack. That's crazy. He just wants the card advantage.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I would rather have my guy in play.
Yeah, than a card in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, what's better, 2 damage and a guy in play, or a mystery card? I don't agree with that play there.
Challenge players. Pairings for round 3 are up. Legacy challenge players.
Oh, he drew a Gale.
It's fine. I don't think it's going to be that impactful.
Oh yeah, I mean it's definitely not better than a Ghoul in play.
Yeah.
All right, so Paul's gonna Thought Scour himself. Island, Glacial Fortress.
Yeah, didn't find a creature to
Yeah, creature would have been fairly nice there.
hit another Thought Scour.
Maybe, yeah, this is, alright, so main phase Thought Scour. Ponder Manaleek, still no creature. Yeah, so his hand is just Darkslick Shore, Island, Sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul's in terrible shape. I think he just plays Darkslick Shore and
Paul's sitting at what, 5 life? Or no, he's sitting at
He's at 8.
7 life.
No, he's at 8.
No, he was just at 10 and the Guess Verdict dealt 1 to him.
No, he did not cast Guess Verdict.
Oh yeah, the Guess Verdict. Sorry, yeah. I was just assuming that was the optimal play.
Our plan was to attack with both against Verdict, but so. All right, so Darkslick Shore, and I mean that Sword. He doesn't even play Sword.
No, because he's gonna make a token and then he can equip. Oh no, but he knows that he has a Guess Verdict, doesn't he?
He does. Yeah.
He's just gonna attempt to block.
I'm not sure what the.
Yeah, but if you block, like he knows that he has the Messenger, so then he can just play Messenger and bring it back. This is bad for Paul.
Yeah. So Paul takes it. So Paul's down to 6. Messenger. Paul's down to 4. Alright, so he's gonna make a guy in the end step. Removes that Snapcaster that traded last turn, yeah. Alright, so there's a Dissipate. You could just...
Not good enough.
Yeah, I mean the Guess Verdict's gonna... Well, he could place... I mean, I guess he could play Sword and say go. Then he could Dissipate the Guess Verdict.
Chump.
Yeah, it's looking really bad. I mean, then maybe like Lingering Souls with Flashback could be an out to survive a bit more.
Yeah, everything just seems really bad.
There's a Sword. And it looks like Paul's going to pass the turn.
Yeah, that's all he can do.
All right. Tom draws Swamp. So yeah, I mean Tom could just go.
He goes Guess Verdict,
then Gale. Yeah. Or Gale, then Guess Verdict. All right, there's a gale for 1. Gale kind of works as like a hurricane, dealing X damage to each flyer. Paul reads that. Maybe he was reading it, or maybe he was just thinking how nice the art is on that card. I mean, Paul's gonna have to dissipate this, then he just loses to the guess verdict.
Yeah.
Dissipate. And then Tom will play the guess verdict that Paul.
Whoa! That card does not go in his graveyard.
The spirit.
That is removed from the game.
Oh, dissipate.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So Tom ends up winning 2-1. My prediction was correct. That the once lead singer of the Motley Crue band called Garage Us.
No, Garage Us was just for a week.
Garage Us was for a week.
Yeah.
And then they got a new drummer.
Well, no, then they actually became